It's easier than you think, I'm telling you that. If I can, you can. And I'm talking about building your personal brand on LinkedIn. In today's video, we will talk about why LinkedIn, what are the challenges that one faces, a few tips and a strategy. I will share my personal story, and after watching this video, you will stand out and create your own brand. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So let's start with why LinkedIn. But before we answer that, a question for you. How many people do you think are on LinkedIn? Take a wild guess. Okay, let me answer that. As of April 24, LinkedIn had over 1 billion members from across the globe, across 200 countries and regions worldwide. That's a massive audience. And if you're not standing out, then you're missing out. And that's why it's important to build a personal brand on LinkedIn. Trust me, in today's digital world, having a rock solid personal brand is not a nice to have thing. It's a must have for your career growth and your networking opportunities. Now let's talk about the challenges that people face while creating their personal brand on LinkedIn. The first thing is visibility. You might have a killer resume, but if nobody is watching it, what's the point? And then there's engagement. It sometimes can feel like you're shouting out in the void and nothing's happening. And let's talk about content. There's overwhelming content on LinkedIn. How can you make your place in such a crowd? And talking about content, you might say, I don't have any content, or I cannot write, or I'm not creative, I'm not good at this, or there are so many experienced people on LinkedIn. What am I going to share? You might get overwhelmed and stressed out thinking about what people would say when you start writing, or they would laugh at your content. Now, these challenges can make your journey very daunting, very stressful. But don't worry. I will share very simple tips and tricks in this video that will help you build your personal brand. All right, let's jump into some actionable tips and strategies that will help you enhance your LinkedIn profile and grow and engage with your network. But for that, let me share my screen so that you can follow what I'm saying. First up, we optimize the profile. Use a professional photo. Please do not post your beach pictures or your gym pictures or your trekking pic. It should be a professional headshot, good quality. And nowadays, a smartphone has a good camera, so you can click it on your smartphone like I did here. Next, write a compelling headline for your LinkedIn cover picture. You see, almost 80% of professionals leave it blank or the default LinkedIn cover picture that they have. Or sometimes some people put a quote. Don't do that. That is prime space that you have. So showcase yourself. You can talk about your company services or something that shows the person more about you. You can also plug in a pic like I have done here. So enter your basic information, with your full name. Use a headline to summarize what you're about. It should reflect who you are and what you're good at. Restrict it to maybe 4 or 5 max. Don't go overboard. The current position can be your title and the name of your current organization. And then fill in the rest of the intro, the education, location, all of that. Now, if you have a website or a link, then you can certainly add that. Recently, they have included the link tab to show on your profile itself. Like here, if you see, I have my YouTube link plugged in. Now let's move down to the About tab. Now this tab, you can think about a trailer of your picture. So you can write a summary, a work summary, your experience, what you do, what's your purpose, and at a very high level, a short description about what you do. There are AI suggestions also. There's a tab there. If you want, you can use that. You can get that with the premium membership. I don't really have that. We move on to the top skills. I think they allow you to select a max of 5. So be very careful and pick the ones which truly reflect your strengths. Let's move on to my favorite section. This is the LinkedIn featured section. Here you can highlight any of your posts that you have that you feel you're really proud of, or those are achievements for you, any awards that you've won, any public speaking, media coverage that you have. You can plug that under the featured section. See, I have this one with my mentor Shakti Sagar. When I met him in Hyderabad, I had put a post around that. Then we have our office that we inaugurated, Synchro Digital in Pune. Then there's a book launch that featured me, so I plugged that in. There's a Digi Dhruv award that I recently got. So you can add anything that you want to highlight to your network. Activity is where you see all your posts, okay? All your posts, all your interaction, your engagement. Now there is a tab for experience. Be specific and update this in the reverse order. So your latest one would be on top, and make sure that you leverage this and plug in your achievements, your strengths, and talk about anything that you're really, really proud of. Education, similar way, newest first, oldest last. Next is volunteering. Okay, a lot of time people ignore this one too. Think about any project, anything that you volunteered for, activity, a group that you're part of, and mention it here. So mostly CSR activities or any NGO that you supported. And finally, there is these skill endorsements. A lot of your network folks would then, endorse you for a skill and give recommendations. So for your profile to stand out, see if you can get some recommendations from your ex-boss or your peers. Try not to ask your current boss, because they might feel that you're looking out somewhere. But see, it depends on your equation. This will further enhance your profile and add value to your personal brand. And do update the accomplishments tab to any awards, special honors, any group that you're a part of, like Toastmasters, Lions Club, Rotary Club, something of that kind. So you can plug all of that here. All of this would make your profile stronger and will help your network understand who you are as a professional. Now that your profile is complete, focus on how you can build your engagement. So you can like and comment on posts that you like, share your thoughts, share what you feel, your point of view. Be there to help people. If someone is asking you a question, do reply to that. If someone has sent you a message, make sure that you reply to each and every message. Try to engage with people. Try and follow the leaders that you admire, the people who are your role models. Comment on their posts, share their posts. That's a good way of engaging with your network. And you can also connect with people, probable clients, the leaders that you admire, industry experts, or, your peers or the people that you know. Connect with them, and please be respectful of others. If someone has put a comment and you have a different point of view, be polite. Don't start trolling people. Don't think that, you are right and people, what they're posting, you don't agree. Always agree to disagree. Be polite in your conversations. Be respectful. Respect everyone's point of view. Everyone has the freedom to choose and feel how they feel. And don't just start selling services, right? If you connect with someone, immediately you'll send a message, hey, we have a company and we can help you and all that. Don't do that. Try and first build a relationship, build a rapport. So you like someone, you like what they're posting, you comment on their post, you follow their post, you send them a message that, hey, I really liked your point of view on the particular topic that you had posted last week. And then slowly, steadily ask for advice, ask for help, ask for opinion, ask for guidance. Do not directly sell your products. That's not the right way of building relationships. LinkedIn is a place where you build strong professional relationships. Keep that in mind. And lastly, the most important thing, write content yourself. Yes, I know you'll say I'm not a writer, I don't know what to write, but I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you a few tips. First, understand what you're good at. What are you an expert on? What is your niche? Okay. And then take the first step and write something. All right. Just start writing on that particular topic. There are a lot of people out there who might not be as good as you are on that particular topic. Like for me, I write on leadership, I write on culture, I write on coaching. So you can understand what your niche is and how you can start writing. See, the first time that you write, you will suck. You will suck at it, and that's okay. Here is a very good mantra for you. Suck, suck, suck till you succeed. And I'm sure you will succeed. Once you have put out around 8 to 10 posts, you'll get in the rhythm. You'll like what you're doing. You'll keep getting better and better at writing. Practice makes one perfect, right? So keep writing, keep putting it out there. Don't think about how many likes you've got or how many people commented. You do it for yourself. Okay? So share content that will help others. Share stories. Okay? Share your experiences. If you were stuck in a situation and you came out of it, talk about that. This, you never know, will inspire someone somewhere who's reading it. So don't think that nobody is reading it, right? You have to just start and put it out there. And one more thing, very important. Please do not copy content from others. Do not see someone written something and just copy and paste it. That happens a lot on LinkedIn nowadays. Be authentic. You can take inspiration from others, but please do not copy. Have your own unique way of writing. Be authentic, be genuine. That will go a very long way. And most importantly, be consistent. Don't just wake up one day and just post one thought and then forget about it. Don't do that. You need to have a calendar. So here is what I suggest. You start with a monthly cadence. So you put a post and then keep writing the second post, and then, put at least one piece out there every month, and then slowly increase it to fortnightly and then weekly. If you can, twice a week would be fantastic. But that depends on, what kind of bandwidth you have and what kind of ideas or thoughts you have to write. Writing, you will get in the flow, but it's not that easy also. So at least have a cadence. I would say fortnightly, weekly cadence is beautiful. Another good way is to put a picture along with the post. You can put your picture. You can, if it's about teamwork, you can put a picture of your team. Or if you have something which connects with your post, put a picture like that. Carousels is another hit on LinkedIn. If you have some tips or tricks, then you can make a carousel and put it out there. Carousels, articles. If something exceeds, I think, 400 characters, then it becomes an article. So you have to then paste it or post it as an article. Another hit nowadays is videos. People prefer videos. They like the engagement is high. People don't want to really read it. They would prefer watching a video instead. And that's why I think LinkedIn has recently plugged in a tab for video as well. So gradually start with writing a post, improve the frequency, and then get on to carousels, articles, and finally videos. I mean, you don't really need to have good looks. Your content needs to be good. If you have good content, then people will really engage and follow your content. And if a person like me can do videos, I'm sure you can also do videos. Gradually, you'll get there. And I'm going to make a video on how to create content using storytelling. So watch out for that. Now, let me start with my LinkedIn story. And hopefully, this inspires you also to start and build your personal brand on LinkedIn. So I created my account way back in 2014. Basic profile, not too many connections. And yes, I'm guilty. I did not follow any of the tips that I shared in this video so far. It was just an account. So in 2021, I decided to focus on my personal brand. And that's when I started writing for the first time. It was August, I think 30th August 2021, when I posted the first post on LinkedIn that I had written. And you can see this is my first post. And then I started writing content and posting content regularly. I started with a monthly cadence, moved on to fortnightly, and then was on weekly for quite a bit. My connection grew, but most importantly, I had made some great relationships on LinkedIn. So my goal was to share my experiences to inspire young professionals, aspiring leaders to get better at their craft. So that was my objective that I started writing with. So I started writing situations, I started giving tips and tricks, I started talking about culture, employee engagement, leadership, do's, don'ts, and I really enjoyed putting out all the posts out there. And that has really helped me feel good, because I think writing is a way of expressing yourself. So I kept writing, and two things that you need to focus on is quality and consistency. So have a consistency, like I said, and look at the quality of what you're writing. Does it add value to the reader? Is it worth the reader's time? That's something that you have to also think about. And over the months, there were a lot of comments. Someone told me that I should start my YouTube channel because LinkedIn is still 1 billion, but YouTube is a bigger platform for me to share my knowledge. And I got inspired, I got motivated. I started my channel last year with the same objective of sharing my experience with aspiring leaders and professionals and help them get better at their craft. I hope that my story shows that with dedication and the right strategies, you can also enhance and strengthen your LinkedIn presence to get more opportunities and career growth. Don't underestimate the power of personal branding. And before you go, I'd like to hear your thoughts on, have you started building on your personal brand on LinkedIn? And drop your experiences in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to check out my other videos on leadership and strategies. See you next week.